Hello fellow exiles, I'm rottonjon and welcome back to Conan Exiles. As some of you may or may not know, update 2.8 has come to TestLive branch today. So let's jump right in and take a quick look at some of the key points of the update. So first up, your followers can now do emotes. They're not just going to stand around looking off into space all day long. You can actually assign them some emotes that you've learned and some standard emotes. Now to assign an emote to your follower, all you need to do is go into their radial wheel, select behavior, and then you'll find the new emotes icon in there. And from that point, you can select an emote that you want them to perform. And just so you know, it does take a couple seconds for the follower to start doing the emote. I'm not so sure about this emote because, man, these girls have some hairy underarms. Another part of this update is they've brought queues to servers that are full. So if you want to join a server, but that server is full, you'll now be put into a queue instead of sitting there pressing the join button forever. Also, if you die or get disconnected or anything for whatever reason, go back to where your thrall last was. They'll be on scouting and they'll still be doing the emote that you left them assigned with. And while we're on the subject of emotes, on both maps, Exiled Lands and Isle of Siptah, you will now find new interactables that will teach you new emotes. Pretty cool stuff so far if you ask me. Alright, for all of you PvPers out there, you're not going to like this next one. They are making it so that you cannot place fence foundations too close to each other anymore using the building exploits. You know, where you'd use the foundation pieces to offset your fence foundation placements. Now this is something that I never really got that good at, so maybe you can get your fence foundations placed closer than I could here, but this was the best I could do with this new patch. We also have an update to some of the building and placeable items like the large campfire and all tannery benches. They've been raised up a little bit so that they'll no longer be stuck inside of the ground or your foundation pieces. Here's one for the fans of the Shag-Eye Horrors. Your Shag-Eye Horror, the warrior and drone pets now have projectiles to shoot out with their attacks. Just like out in the wild, they can sting you and they can now hit you with projectiles. Now back to the building side of the update. Updating or replacing a existing building piece will now refund the original building piece. For example, I'll use a storm glass frame here to replace a piece of the black ice wall, and you'll see that I do get the black ice wall refunded back to my inventory. Now when you upgrade or replace existing building pieces, you'll get the original piece back as a refund instead of just the discounted building materials like you used to. Now I logged off to go eat, and when I logged back on, well, there's our thralls still doing their emotes. Gold miners beware. You can no longer just smack a gold ore node one time to fully harvest it. It now requires a minimum of 2 hits to harvest it. Now these are just a few of the key items in this update that's coming out. Let me know what you think about them, and I'll put a link to the Funcom Forums in the description down below, and you'll be able to see everything that's coming out in this next update for yourself.